Hey homies, welcome back to Something New Saturday. This Saturday where I show you some new stuff. Got a few new things this week. I have the Brutus Monroe Simon Says Stamp Timber collab stamp set. This was so cute. Probably gonna use a little ghosty off of here. Got this new Tim Holtz Thinlit set. This makes a really cool background and you can use just pieces and parts. You don't have to use all the pieces together. And then this Brutus Monroe Occasional Tags die set. This came in the add-ons kit that coordinated with the stamp set. So we're gonna make a little pocket on the front of a card to send to my grandson. Let's get going. Let's get this opened up. Let's see. And I'm not going to put this in the Halloween binder, even though this was put out at Halloween, because I think I could use this at other times of the year. Like, look, I can make Swiss cheese. So you've got the base and then a layer and then this layer. And it kind of, you can make it look like eyeballs if you want. So we're going to use this, and this is going to go in the regular die cut stash too, because even though there's Halloween and Christmas, look, you've got wedding rings, home trees, Easter eggs. It's just all occasions, right? So we've got 3 sizes of tags here. And these, I mean, we all have tons of tag dies, right? But I like these because they are plain old, like manila tag. There's no scallops or rounded edges or anything like that. And then we've got the pocket. We're going to use the pocket today. So see, it cuts with the score lines. And so you fold your little flaps back and it'll go on your card front. That add-on set was a really good deal. You got paper, their Raven detail ink, and embossing glaze. So yeah, it was worth it. And I think when I bought it, there were only like 3 left. I'm glad that Candy was like, hey, did you see the add-on set? Because I had not. I didn't go look until she said something. So what I like to do when I get my dies into storage is I cut them all and then I add them to front of their storage envelopes. I'll do that later. Got a tomato. Why do we have a tomato? We've got pumpkin. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe that's not a tomato. I mean, on its own, you could use it like a tomato. I bet these layer, don't they? Yes, Marty, they layer. Okay. Oh, Lord have mercy. So they're all out. We're going to use this pocket, and I'm not sure. I don't think I'm going to use an edger today, just the pocket and the pumpkin and the tomato. Oh, I cracked myself up. And then they will go in here. So let's start die cutting. Okay, first things first, let's do our little pumpkins. Now I've got a couple of scraps here, and I'm just going to cut as many pumpkins out of my scraps as I can get. So I've got a scrap of orange and a scrap of black. So can't believe I thought that was a tomato. That's a little embarrassing. And then the extras, I will just save them for another time. Oh, we had a lot of rain over a 2-day period, and we have this low spot in our yard. When we get a ton of rain like that, it makes kind of a pond for a while. And usually once the rain goes away, the pond goes away. It doesn't last long. And it wasn't always that way. It's from the big old doodle-doos running through there, and they've just made it low. So Ginger, we call it her pond. And when her pond appears, let me tell you what, she is one happy doodle-doo. I have a little video clip. It's about 15 seconds or so. I'll put it in here. So you can see Ginger running through her pond. Happy, happy, happy. It makes her year, I think, when that happens. All right, so we're gonna run pumpkins through here. And some of these glitter scraps I've got pretty tight, so I'm gonna take that down. And then our background tomato. Help me, help me, help me. Help me, Jesus. Prefer to crank with my right hand. And let's poke this out. So there's my tomato. So that's what those are going to look like. I'm going to get these all cut out and I'll get all my die cuts. And I wanted to show you the confetti that you get from when you cut this. I'm going to save it in the die cut drawer. It could be used for shaker fill. Who knows? All kinds of things. You can make eyeballs out of it. So we've got our background. We've got our pocket and a tag to go in the pocket. I die cut, stamped and die cut a ghost from the collab set. And then I was able to get 10 jack-o'-lanterns out of those scraps. So let's start putting a card together. Layer this over. You could put it right on your card base. You can add different paper behind it. I'm going to use some green Brutus Monroe cardstock. And we got to glue our pumpkins together. I love these. These are so stinking cute. Some white behind that highlight part if you want, but you don't have to. I'm planning to put wiggly eyes on the ghosty, and I may even put some in the background. So since this is going to my 4-year-old grandson. Actually, he'll be 5 in November, and I'm like, where's the time gone? All right, let's get this trimmed down and put onto a card base. All right, I'm gonna add this on. These are ATG, or as I call it, the big gun. Get this relatively straight. I'm gonna add my pocket with some Miracle Tape. Okay, let's get this on our card. I think I'm gonna put an angle instead of straight on. Rub that down so that tape sticks really well. Now we've got a ghosty and a couple of jack-o'-lanterns. Our tag is going to slide in there. I'm going to put some ribbon up there. These guys are so cute. I'm going to put a little scrap of the green behind my jack-o'-lantern and fill in that highlight. Sometimes I do that and sometimes I don't, but since he's going to be in front of the ghost, I don't want the ghost to stick out in front of him or behind him, you know, like see him through there. I'm going to put him on with foam tape. Well, maybe not foam tape, but some fun foam. So I got a little bag of scraps here. Bear glue to the rescue. Put him, whoops, come back, little fella. I'm going to put him on kind of at an angle. I've got some Halloween. This is shaker fill. But I like the color of these stars, so we're going to add some of these stars onto this background. Okay, I think that's enough. I've got my stash of wiggle eyes. Now these glow in the dark, so we're going to put some glow in the dark ones in. One going off the cup, going off the edge. Yeah, remember this is going to a 4-year-old, and I think the wiggle eyes will make him happy. They make me happy. Some of my ghosts. Put a few regular ones in. Do a couple of little ones. Aha! Look at that. Tell me 4-year-old boys, I'm gonna love that. All right, now we need to start decorating our tag. I think I want to stamp the slime monster at the bottom. And I'm just gonna use black soot archival because that is what's on my desk. I'll color him just a little bit. Just a little bit. And we're just going to do a very simple spooky on the tag. This is from last year's Brutus Monroe and Simon Says Stamp collab set. It's a little spooky. I'll trim these a little.
I think everybody just underestimated.
There we go. Put that in there. And we'll put Happy Halloween and another one of those pumpkins inside. Card for a 4-year-old. Happy Halloween. Alrighty, friend, here's my finished card project. I'm sending this card to my 4-year-old grandson for Halloween. So we used a few new things this week. We've got this Sizzix Tim Holtz Thinlet set. Now, this is 3 pieces. You've got a card base size piece, and then you've got the 2 layering pieces. And you could use these by themselves or together. I used them together because I wanted to make it kind of look like eyeballs. And then I also used the Brutus Monroe add-on set that coordinated with the Stamptember set for this year. These pumpkins and this pocket and this tag all came from that. And then the ghosty and the squishy monster came from this year's Stamptember collaboration set. But my sentiments came from last year's Stamptember collaboration set. So a lot of new on here. Just a little tag so Charlie can pull it out. Because, you know, kids like interactive things. And then just says Happy Halloween and another one of these pumpkins inside. Pretty quick, pretty simple. But he's got a lot of fun with this because I put all the wiggly eyes on it. He's got something to pull out. So he'll enjoy it. Y'all have a lovely day. Remember, be excellent to each other and go make something. Bye-bye.